Okay, we got more people joining the call. Okay, guys, I hope you guys can hear me good. I'm in a beautiful park on a beautiful Friday, and today's topic is auto suggestion. And basically, chapter 4, a little bit chilly out here. Let me put my jacket on. Chapter 4 of auto suggestion, Napoleon Hill's chapter, is like, how do you communicate this idea to the subconscious mind? And the only way to do that is by having enthusiasm, by feeling good about your goal. Now, one of the things that I do when today I feel good, right? But let's just say I was not in the right vibration, I would come to a place like this, okay? Beautiful flowers, it's a garden, okay? So I would come somewhere here to feel good. The vibe, it's amazing, and you're just connecting. Um, a lot of people think that it's easy. It's either too easy or too difficult. And for the people that think it's too easy, it's like, okay, this is too easy. Today, it was easy for me to wake up when I want, to go to sleep. I was talking to Florence. I went to sleep at 3:30 in the morning. I did a late call for people in Chicago. So for me, it's not, excuse me, it's not difficult. It's easy. The difficult part about creating these realities is staying consistent, because you're going to have doubt, you're going to have anxiety, fear, and a, an expectation that you're going to get everything you want right away. And it doesn't work that way, guys. Like, you have to do the work. So, what I could tell you is, on auto suggestion, is like, go in front of a mirror and tell yourself, I'm so happy and grateful now that money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. Tell yourself these things, because if you don't tell yourself, your subconscious mind will tell yourself. And the subconscious mind, Earl Nightingale said, is is programmed negatively and environmentally. So everything that you've seen in your life with your lower faculties, because these are lower faculties, you can see, smell, taste, hear, and touch, right? Everything you've seen at this point is either helping you or not helping you. So the question is, like, what do you see? And I like what Janet B. Rand says. She says, when you bring these unseen causes into harmony with your conception, you can make practical working realities that at present seem but fantastic dreams. So presently, the desire that you have is in fantasy, is in the spiritual world. Is like, it's not here, right? But you're here to experience something that you haven't experienced before, beauty, you know? So it's like, well, is it really what you want? Because, like, when I wrote down that I wanted to be a millionaire, it wasn't even the fact of making $1 million. It was just a dream. And everyone thinks that $1 million is a lot of money. It's not, you know, it's relative to whatever you think. So if you think, okay, well, $1 million is a lot of money, is it? Because you got to ask yourself, someone that is making, let's say, $20 million, $50 million is like, I'm going back, right? And someone that's making $50,000, $100,000 is like, I'm moving forward. So you have a self-image. That's what, in the book Cybernetics by Maxwell Maltz, he talks about that. You have a self-image. You have an image of who they said you were. So it's like, who am I, right? And when you find out that Ross Garcia is not Ross Garcia, that the people on the call are not the people on the call, they're a spirit, they have an intellect, and they live in a physical body. They're here to experience something that hasn't been experienced before. So it's like, okay, What do you want? Why do you want it? What's holding you back? How much is the most money you've ever made? Because you have to realize that you need to know where you're at, right? How much is the most you've ever made? I remember I picked on someone a few weeks back, and she's like, the most I've ever made was like 24,000 pounds, right? So when you tell someone like that, well, how would you like to make 24,000 pounds a month? It's a shift, and it creates a foreign vibration. And the foreign vibration is either going to make you feel uncomfortable or comfortable with the fact that you can make it your reality. And when this happened to me, I was like, okay, well, what now? What do I do now? And I was talking to one of my friends that works with Bob Proctor. Um, his name's Harash. He's actually the vice president of sales. And he calls me and he's like, look, Ross, what do you really want? Like, yes, you've had success in this business, but what is it that you really, really want? And what I really wanted was the same thing Bob wanted, to share the information. But you have to share the information. Well, first, you're going to need results. You're going to, no one's going to listen to someone that is just, talking, right? And not making any sense. You have to know what you're talking about. So I did the research on Thomas Troward. He had a student named Genevieve Behrend back in 1800s. And Genevieve Behrend, she says that you're the center of divine operation. You're the center of the universe. Like, a lot of people are out there looking at the center, but it turns out that you're the center, and you are for expansion. You are for fuller expression, never for disintegration, never for hard times. So what do you want? Why do you want it? You don't have to worry about how. The how will present itself to you. Like, for me, the how was a guy from a radio station that was like, would you like to be on the radio with me so I could promote your business? And I was like, of course. Yeah, of course, definitely. Like, put me on the radio, right? Jumped on the radio, started taking my income from 10,000 a month to $100,000 a month. Now, before even I opened my business, there was doubt. My sister, which she's now earning over $1 million, my sister told me, she's like, look, you're not gonna find another job. I'm like, Norma, I'm going to create the job. I'm going to create the job. Why? Because you are a creator. You have God-given abilities. You have imagination, perception, reasoning, intuition, memory, and the will. And when you use your will and focus on the things that you want, regardless what's going on in your life, and when you connect to places like this that make you feel good, listen to the right music, hanging around in the right environment, then you're going to see the change. But if you think you know it all, then what are you doing on the call, right? Like, if you think you know it all, why would you listen to Bob Proctor? Why would you pay $10,000 to go get training, right? And that's the issue with people, is they outgrew themselves. There's a saying that says that we're going to go into a world that no longer exists. In other words, everything you thought you known is thrown out the window. You have to learn something new. The problem is, because of the situations in the world, everyone's looking with what they're seeing, and they're not looking at what's at stake right now. There's literally a transfer of wealth. There's literally millionaires being minted right now. There's people getting rich while we're procrastinating, while we're thinking, okay, how do I get to the top? Let me knock this person down to get to the top. Wallace Wattles in The Science of Getting Rich says there is no competition. Napoleon Hill says that the only competition that exists is the competition that you create in your own mind. So you're creating your own competition, because at the source, it just is. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. It just is. We are energy. Energy is neither positive nor negative. It just is. Science and theology, they disagree on a lot of things, but they come to unanimous decision on one thing, that nothing's created, nothing's destroyed. So that means the life that you want is right here, right now, and it's being played out. But you need to tap into a certain frequency, because you're operating on a level of awareness that is dumbed down because of what we see and smell, taste, hear, and touch, right? So up to this point, you didn't know that this information existed. You didn't know that you were a creator. And if you knew, you didn't know how to you apply these principles to get rich, to go to a restaurant and not look at the bill, to go on a flight and go first class and not worry about if you land and you have to go clock into work, or hey boss, I just made it, I'm back home, or hey boss, I'm here in a different place, right? So you are a creator, but you have to take possession of your mind, because it all starts with the mind. Mind is the master power that molds and makes. Man is mind. Man is mind. Evermore he takes the tools of thought, shaping what he wills, brings 1,000 joys and 1,000 ills. He thinks in secret, it comes to pass. His environment is but his looking glass. What do you see? That's by James Allen, As a Man Thinketh. What do you see? How is your environment? Who are you mingling with? What are you looking at in front of you? There's neither too big nor too small. How many bedrooms is the house you want? How much money do you want to make? How much is enough? Bob Proctor talks about writing a C type goal, doing something that scares you. Start off at the end, work your way down. So, what's the end look like for you? Do what Peggy McCall calls a life script. How is my life? How do I want my life to be? Regardless what's going on outside, how do I want my life to be? Do I want wealth, abundance, good health, happy, healthy, wealthy? Or do I want poverty, misery, anger, jealousy? And people will provoke you, people will spark you to be like, okay, I have fear, I have doubt. But the reality is that you're creating the reality. You're creating this existence for yourself. And I love the fact, like I said, I like coming to places like this because I'm in tune with myself. I feel good just looking and taking it all in. I feel good. And you're going to need to feel good. You're going to need to know what sport you like, what activity you like to do to take your mind off this. Because Ernest Holmes, if you YouTube Ernest Holmes, he talks about man being in a state of confusion because we were taught that there was positive and negative polarities, but the reality is that those polarities don't exist. It's just one polarity. From that one polarity, we get a thought, because we permeate a thought, and thoughts permeate all time and all space. So when we permeate a thought, it's either positive or negative. It's never both. But the beautiful part about a negative thought is you could always flip flip the switch and say, okay, this is a negative thought. I'm going to change how I see things. William James, a professor from Harvard, he says that your belief system is based upon your evaluation of something. And frequently, if you reevaluate a situation, if you change the situation, your beliefs about that situation will change. I did that. Bob Proctor did that. But it's not going to be easy because you're working on personal growth and development. You're working on who you are. And when you know who you are, no one can break you. Only your results of who you think they think you are. But the reality is you are who you are. You don't have to worry about what people think about you. I don't care if people think I'm rich or not. You know why? Because Napoleon Hill, when he wakes up in the morning, he's like, "Oh God, I ask not for more riches, God, but more wisdom with which to use the riches I was born with, and the power to control my own mind to whatever ends I desire." So, are you controlling your own mind, or you're letting the media control you? Are you letting your friends control you? Are you letting their bank account control you and control your results? And you're looking at your results and you're getting more of the same. Work with the creation process. Know that the reality is being formulated in your own mind. So when you think pictures, think of abundance. Think, okay, I'm gonna make a big number look small. I always grab a pen, I write on my palm a big number, couple zeros, right? Why? Because the subconscious mind, Earl Nightingale, says it's like the dirt. You can plant nightshade, a deadly poison, and not even a 16th of an inch away, you can plant corn, a sweet food. It gives you what you plant. What are you planning in the subconscious mind? Through auto suggestion, Ch.4 of Think and Grow Rich. Because everything that you auto suggest is literally going to start creating your reality. By the time you're done with this material, because you're never done, but by the time you go to the next level, you're going to be like, oh, you're going to need a telescope to look back to see how your life has changed. Look, I'm not from here. I'm from Chicago, and I came to a garden to bring you a live video on Zoom. Did I know how to use Zoom before? No, I didn't. Did I know about the business that Vincent's going to be presenting right after the call? No, I didn't. Okay. Now I know about multiple sources of income, but I've never worked in this business before, because I know that this business is about personal growth and development. It's about you thinking positive, because you're creating a company for yourself. You're creating a platform, residual income, a way of life for yourself. And how are you going to know a way of life if you have people that think they know it all, but don't even have anything to like results, right? So you have to follow the leaders. Now, in this business, I'm starting off, but I know what the auto suggestion part of this business is. Napoleon Hill says, I know through the principle of auto suggestion, any idea that is consistently told to myself will formulate in physical reality. Any idea. It could be anybody else's idea. That comes from Andrew Carnegie, by the way. Andrew Carnegie told Napoleon Hill, any idea that's emphasized, that's either repeated, feared, or revered, meaning it could happen, taking over to the subconscious mind, will begin to form itself in physical reality. So any idea doesn't have to be your idea, guys. Someone else could tell you your business is going to fail. You're going to fail. Statistics show, right? That's the attorney side, the left side, the I guess the logical side. The right side is what they told you to put away when you're in second grade. Put the crayons away, grab a piece of paper and a pencil, and start doing mathematics now. Let's start using, forget about the creative side. No more toys, no more cartoons. Let's be realistic. Okay, well, guess what? I was realistic. I went to school. I got a job, right? I thought I was going to get ahead. The money wasn't paying for my expenses. And I quit my job at a bank. I work for JP Morgan Chase Bank in the US. They have a couple of branches out here in London. And after working for JP Morgan Chase, I was like, okay, I'm making $24,000 and I have a finance and investment management degree. You see, if you don't control your mind, someone else is going to control it for you, and they're going to offer you a job. They're going to say, look, that's not working. Try my way. Ask them, how much is the most money you've ever made? They're going to say, the most money I've ever made was 30,000 pounds, 50,000 pounds, 75,000 pounds. And I'm here telling you right now, there was a day when I was telling my dad, look, I make $20,000 a week. And he's like, you got to be kidding me. The most I've ever made is like 75,000. There's no way my son's making $20,000 a week. I was talking to my friend a few days ago. He's like, man, I seen your Facebook. You put brand new kitchens in your dad's house. How much did that cost? $20,000. Marble granite countertops, beautiful kitchen, beautiful, beautiful house. How did I do it? I did it because I know that there's more money. Like, where is the money right now? When you ask about Proctor, where's the money right now? Wherever it is right now. It's in the space between me and you. And if you would actually read The Science of Getting Rich, you're going to go in down a rabbit hole, guys, because Wallace Wattles in The Science of Getting Rich, because there is a science of getting rich. If you read that book, he says that any idea that is impressed upon the invisible substance will begin to formulate that the thing is thought about. So whatever thing you're thinking about, impressed to the subconscious, will formulate the thing. So what is the thing? What is the thing? The thing is positive or negative thing, but they're both the same. It's both positive and negative is the same. You just have to change the way you see the negative. When you change the way you see the negative, everything else will change. I'm telling you what William James said, but I'm telling it to you in our version, 2000, the year 2020 version. William James was from 1900. When you change the way you see the outcome, regardless if the outcome is already here, because we're dealing with unseen. Everyone has a different visualization. I don't know what you're thinking about, right? But you might be thinking, okay, this is something that I see, right? It hasn't happened yet. But is it negative outcome? If it is, scratch it off and write it down. Document the negative. I say that because I know what the mind is. The mind is programmed negatively and environmentally. So you have to document the negatives and then burn them. Come to a park, find a garbage can, rip it, throw it away, burn it, and disintegrate it, because that doesn't serve you. But you're going to have those negative thoughts. Look, guys, I've been broke. I've been down. I've been having my own faith, having to do this myself, having to come to London myself, because I know there's no limitation. I lived in Hollywood, California. I'd walk outside my apartment. I see the big Hollywood sign outside. Beautiful weather, palm trees and everything. In the summer, I think it gets too hot. So I left. And then the lockdowns came. But it's okay, because during the lockdowns, you're going to make thousands, if not millions of dollars. So just change your belief system and everything else will change. Make a big number look small. How do you get to a big number? Reduce it to the ridiculous. That's why Bob Proctor, he always carries a little calculator. You grab a little calculator, you reduce it to the ridiculous. There's a law. It's called the law of compensation. It's your ability to do what you do, the difficulty there will be in replacing you, and the need for what you do. The need for what you do. Is there a need for what you do? Yes, there is. The the need for what you do, the difficulty there will be in replacing you, and how good are you? How good are you at what you do, right? So it's like, you know, there is a need, and if you're good at what you're doing, then how difficult it is. How many people do you need to get to 1 million? How many downlines? How many people you need in your organization to get to $1 million? So my business at the loan modification clinic, I needed like 500 clients, 700 clients, something like that, at $5,000 a client. In this business, we have to work with people. You have to help people. You have to see good in them. What did I say yesterday? Napoleon Hill met Andrew Carnegie. Andrew Carnegie seen something in Napoleon that Napoleon didn't see in himself. He didn't see that you have greatness in you. You are a Mona Lisa. But you don't realize that you're a Mona Lisa. A Mona Lisa, because of inflation, a Mona Lisa is worth $800 million. You are a Mona Lisa, but you don't see that you're a Mona Lisa. You don't see the greatness in you. So you're letting everyone else see that potential of what they think of you. You need to take a stand and start controlling your mind. And it's happened to me from the bottom. I created a company with no money. I was telling my friends, give me a loan. Let's do this. I'll give you a percentage. Nothing. Told my mom and dad, they're like, look, you're older now. You got to do your own thing, figure it out. You're smart, right? This is what you want. And then I stopped everything. I stopped listening to myself. I stopped listening to my friends of just go get another job at another bank. They'll pay you more money. I started listening to Napoleon Hill. And Napoleon Hill told me, just get a pen, write down what you're good at. What are your qualities, right? So what are you good at, and how can you get these qualities to help yourself in this business, right? Like, what qualities do you have to add value to your company? So my quality is I know how to explain personal growth and development. I'm bringing it to you guys. I'm bringing my A game. I'm out here at a park. I feel good, okay? Because I've been studying this information for 10 years, and you can bring whoever you want and tell me something that I don't know about the mind, because I know what the mind is. And the mind is neither positive or negative. It just is. And when you impress that energy with your thought into the subconscious, it's over with. Napoleon Hill, before I leave you guys, Napoleon Hill was looking for a title for his book, Think and Grow Rich. The publisher said, if you don't find the title, I'm going to give you a title. What's the title going to be? Napoleon Hill said. He's like, use your noodle or get the boodle. And he's like, that title is going to ruin me. I need $1 million title. And then he said, wait, I know how this works. He's like, I got all heated up at my apartment, and it was like 4 a.m. And I impressed that idea. I need $1 million title to my subconscious mind. I impressed my subconscious mind. I need $1 million title. And guess what? 5, 6 a.m, he woke up. He said, Think and Grow Rich was in his mind. He called the publisher. The publisher's sleeping. He's like, what's going on? He's like, I got the title for the book, Think and Grow Rich. And guess what? That title has not only made millions of dollars, but it helped people become millionaires, multimillionaires, because every successful person in any area listens to Think and Grow Rich, gets mentored through Think and Grow Rich, through Bob Proctor, through or the Strangest Secret, Earl Nightingale. through Wallace Waddles, through Ernest Holmes, through Thomas Trower, Genevieve Behrend. These are the people that created the personal growth and development field, guys. But everyone knows it all. So unlearn and learn something new that is going to take you to the next level. And if you guys are new to this call, if you guys are watching this video, I would encourage you guys to join the business. Vincent, he's going to do a presentation right now in a few minutes. So after this call, I want you guys to jump on his Zoom to listen to the presentation, because he's going to find a practical solution for you guys to have residual income, for you guys to build a business, to be self-employed, to work from home. Why? Because everybody's at home and we're going into a new economy. The old way didn't work. So are you going to stay in the old way, or are you going to get uncomfortable and start something new? That's what this is about. It's about listening to the new generation, to new ideas. You want to talk about failures? I'm a perfect example. I was a failure. I was always broke, always. And my way wasn't working. I almost died. So what did I do? I picked up a book. I started listening to YouTube, and Napoleon Hill changed my life. I'm so grateful. But I took it serious. Like I was going to college all over again. But this time I wasn't paying $60,000, even though I paid thousands of dollars to work with Bob Proctor, to be a part of his company and to be a certified consultant with his company. I paid thousands. I've traveled. I've paid the price. You're going to pay the price when you're doing this business. And if you need any help, reach out to me. I'm here to help you, because this is about you. It's not about me. And when you get this, you're going to help other people get to the finish line. And guess what? The result, the compensation is going to, you're going to be rewarded. But you have to do the work. You have to pay the price. And like John Canary said, before I leave you guys, I'm going to leave you guys with John Canary. He was Bob Proctor's right-hand man when they were doing the seminars, You Were Born Rich. He's like, there's a season to sow, there's a season to reap. We don't do both in the same season. There's a season to sow, there's a season to reap, but we do not do both in the same season. Why do I say that? Because the reap will come, the harvest will come, but do the work, keep sowing. The miracle, the results are there. The results of what you want, they're there. And there will be a day that you reap your reward. Everything, all the sacrifices you've been doing. So I'll see you guys on the Zoom with Vincent, and I'll let you guys go for today. This call is recorded, and I'm going to be providing the call on our WhatsApp channels and also on our YouTube channel. Have a good Friday, guys. Peace out.